Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Well, today is Friday. As a matter of fact, it's Good Friday. And since it's Friday, it's time for another Follow Friday. And today, I thought we'd talk about Monro Live. Okay, so the channel is called Monro Live. And the guy's name is Sandy Monro. His company is Monro and Associates. Now, Monro and Associates has been around for quite a while, for years, I think decades even, and they work with automakers, they have engineers, they tear cars apart, and they'll talk to whoever it is, Ford or GM or Tesla, Toyota, whoever, and they will make suggestions to them. You know, you might want to consider welding this way, or doing such and such this way, either to make things better or to make it easier or faster to produce, which can in turn lower the price or increase profits for the company. And so lately they have been tearing apart the Tesla Model Y. So Sandy has the Tesla Model 3 torn apart as well as the Model Y, and he has them a few feet apart, and he goes through, and in some of the videos he's actually pointed out some of the differences between the Model 3 and the Model Y, and in some cases some of those differences are things that suggestions that his company has made to Tesla, and they adopted those changes into the Model Y. And so that's pretty interesting, and he will go through and he will explain why those things are a good idea to do. Sometimes it's for making the product better or more durable. Sometimes it's for making it faster to produce or easier to produce, which can in turn either lower the price or increase profits for the company. And so he goes through and he'll talk about these things. And so I thought we would go through, talk about some of these videos, and you can decide for yourself if any of these are worth watching. So one of the first videos that Sandy does is just his first impressions and what he thinks about the car and the design, the styling, and everything overall. In the next video, Sandy kind of goes into the panel gaps. Everybody in the with the Model 3 was talking about the panel gaps and how this one had a millimeter more than this one, and apparently people are really picky about that. I don't think I would be too worried about it unless it was horrible, but apparently that is one of these things that they really look at, is the fit and finish on the panel gaps. Next up after that, he does a pre-teardown update. So the title of the next video that they uploaded was Monro Live Welcome. Tesla Model 3 Battery Breakdown. In this video, they have a battery torn apart, and Sandy has one of his guys going through and explaining the different parts and the quality of the engineering that went into the battery pack. In the next video, Sandy suggests a redesign for the clips that go on the cowl cover. That is the plastic piece that goes right behind the bucket for the front, and it covers like the windshield washer fluid and all that stuff. It's just a plastic piece that snaps on with some clips, and those clips, one of them was missing and one of them was broken, and he makes a suggestion on how Tesla might want to make those clips a little different so they'll be a little more robust. Suspension insight, and that's just like what it sounds like. He kind of shows the suspension in the Model 3 and in the Model Y and how they're similar. They are a little different, however, and he kind of goes through that, and it can be pretty interesting. In the next couple videos, Sandy goes through things, everything from the brakes, the wiring, the quick connects, all kinds of stuff. And then following that, he does another video that's a Q&A. In another video, Sandy shows how the third row seating might work in the Model Y, and that is they would most likely be facing the back, and he's an average size guy, he says. I forget what he said, he is 5'10" or something like that maybe, and he sits in the back, and he has his feet go into the area that would normally be kind of that little hidden compartment when you open the hatch and you pull off like this board, and there's like a bucket there that's kind of similar to the frunk, and that's where he puts his feet. And he kind of shows how if he sits there and he puts his feet in that bucket space, that's how those that third row seat might work. So in another video, Sandy goes through and he compares the resistive heater that was in the Model 3 to the heat pump that's in the Model Y. And although you cannot have more than 100% efficiency, the Model Y kind of gets around that. People were complaining that the resistive heater in the Model 3 was taking a lot of electricity and they would lose some of their range in colder climates in the winter. Now, in the Model Y, they have a heat pump, and all a heat pump does, it kind of gets around that problem of 100% efficiency being the limit, because it isn't producing heat, it's just moving it. It's the same principle that happens in an air conditioner or a refrigerator. There's a compressor that compresses a gas, and it turns it to a liquid state, and then it's allowed to expand in a different stage. So when a material either turns from a liquid into a gas or from a gas into a liquid, it's either going to give off energy or it's going to release energy. And so you're taking heat from the outside of the car and it's moving it to the inside of the car, into the cabin. So you're not creating heat, you're simply just moving it. Takes a lot less electricity, and it's pretty interesting, in my opinion. So I hope you found some of that informative and interesting. If you would like to check out Monro Live, I'll have a link in the description. I know I say this all the time, but thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and giving me your ideas and talking to me. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So, today is Friday.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna watch soon, but I want to, Tesla Model 3, oh wait. Tesla Model 3 battery breakdown. In this Tesla Model 3 battery. In the next video, Sandy suggests some, man, stop stumbling over my words. So I hope you found some of that informative and interesting